There have been calls by political parties for Chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, to order the immediate declaration of some legislative election results. One of those parties is the People's Democratic Party, which is demanding the release of the ISU House of Assembly results, which it is claiming the party won. Addressing journalists in Owerri, capital of Imo State, the PDP Publicity Secretary Collins Opurozor says that the total results from the 11 electoral wards in Isu local government area has been published on the INEC result portal, showing that the PDP candidate won the election with a reasonable margin. Opurozor therefore calls on Nigerians to visit the INEC IREF to confirm that PDP actually won the election in Isu state constituency. Now, the Imo State PDP Publicity Secretary, Colin Opurozor, joins us now to speak on his party's clamor for the release by INEC of the results of elections into the legislative seats in the state. We want to say thank you very much for joining us. All right, first of all, state your case. You said that by the results being published by INEC on the IRF portal, the PDP actually won the Imo State House of Assembly results. Talk to us about this.
All right, thank you so much and good afternoon. The facts are very clear. The essence of the technology that INEC deployed for the 2023 elections is for situations like this. You can visit the IRF portal for Isu State constituency to confirm for yourself that out of the 123 polling units already declared, or the total polling units in Isu, 123, fully declared, and PDP has won the election, scoring 5,501 to have defeated the APC candidate that scored 4,954. But something that is very shocking is that upon completion of collation, APC agents stormed Isu Collation Center at the middle of the night and started attacking the collation officers and even our party agents. They injured that night over 7 persons who are still hospitalized and carted away the electoral materials. And between then and now, it's been story upon story. But when you visit the IRF portal, you can confirm that in the 11 electoral wards in Isu LGA, PDP has already won 6. And you know, in 4 other areas where there were disruption of voting, after voting had actually commenced by talks suspected to come from APC, the INEC officials from PO to SPO to EO duly signed the Form EC40Gs, which have made it impossible for rerun or supplementary elections to hold in those areas. So the situation you have in Isu now is that there are some persons working in INEC who are frustrating the efforts of Isu people to have a duly elected House of Assembly member in the person of Honorable Modestus Osakwe. Last week, the resident electoral commissioner in Imo State, Professor Sylvia Agu, had confirmed to us that so far as she is concerned, the election in Isu had come and gone and the collation had been completed. And as a matter of fact, they were already on their way to Isu to complete the exercise before a call came from Abuja ordering them to discontinue with the process. And our investigations have unearthed the identity of the person in the commission in Abuja who has been masterminding this frustration of the whole effort in Imo INEC to have Isu people have their results fully declared. And the person is Kenneth Okago, who is the national commissioner in INEC. So we are asking the INEC chairman, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, to please caution the staff of INEC who are involved in this whole travesty in Imo State. But away from Isu, you also know the circumstance in Idat or not, where PDP candidate Honorable Kana Yongwankwo won the election with a large margin. He won in 10 electoral wards out of the 14. In 2 others, APC won, 1 Labour won, and 1 Ndimoko. There was no election there, with over 5,000 votes. And what happened? At the middle of the night in Uruala Collection Center, when collection had even been completed, some thugs suspected to be from APC stormed the venue, carted away the electoral materials, and now they are announcing that APC has won. How? They even had the temerity to organize a protest in Owerri.
If I may interject, So I understand the picture that you have painted, and of course you've also spotlighted the role of the resident electoral commissioner Sylvia Agu. Now you say in your narration, you say she received a phone call from the INEC headquarters. However, I believe you're also seeking reprieve from the INEC headquarters. Who do you trust? Who do you have faith in to resolve the current impasse with the result declaration in Imo State at the moment?
Okay, the public statement credited to the resident electoral commissioner, Sylvia Agu, indicated that she had hands off from the process. She said that review is ongoing and that there's nothing she can do now since the headquarters in Abuja has started the review process. So she has actually passed the buck to the headquarters to do a review. But what is actually very shocking at this point is that we are hearing that they have concluded plans to illegally organize supplementary elections in 4 polling units where elections had held, but because of the disruption, they were cancelled. And if you check the provisions of the Electoral Act, they are very clear about what to be done when election has started and talks disrupt the process. Even INEC on the 20th of March made a public statement that wherever elections are ongoing and the talks or anything disrupt the election, that there won't be any possibility of a rerun or supplementary election in those areas. That's a statement credited to the spokesperson of INEC, Festus Okoye. So the person in the INEC headquarters in Abuja that is frustrating the efforts of Imo INEC is Kenneth Okago, and he has to be called to order. He has to be cautioned. And when you look at the situation in Imo, it's very pathetic. You have a people of the Igbo stock who over time have been crying about perceived exclusion and the relative deprivation. And that exclusion can be political. And now they are making their demands that they want this person to represent them. They want that person to represent them. And you are frustrating that effort. You see how they are exacerbating a very tense situation already in Imo State. So to diffuse tension and also to begin the process of genuine reconciliation, there must be a respect and a restoration of the integrity of the institutions of the state. And it begins from the INEC processes of electing people into public offices. So we are calling on INEC to expeditiously announce the result for Isu State constituency for Idato North, where PDP also won. Then for Idato South, the situation also played out. Accord Party actually won there, had won clearly in 8 electoral wards. I think IPC won 2 or 3, and the Labour Party won 1. They also struck at the middle of the night and carted away the results of Idato South and declared another person winner.
Okay, Mr. Opurozor, so in the case...
It cannot be swept under the carpet.
In the case of the presidential election, of course, we saw various sectors of the polity call for all to allow the process to complete itself and address all concerns with the tribunals as petitions. Is this something you're prepared to take up, seeing as you do say you have the evidence in the IREV of those results that were uploaded an INEC server? So is this something that possibly you can just allow to play out and face it in court?
The issue is that the process has not come to an end, because declarations have not made in those areas. Let me also point out another federal constituency, which is Isu, Nkwere, Njaba, and Wangede federal constituency, where Honorable Gonda Ozuribo Osbi had won. What transpired there was that elections had successfully been conducted in the 4 local government areas in that federal constituency. And the collection had been done for Isu, done for Wangele, done for Nkwere, and done for Njaba. On their way to submit the Form EC 8B and 8C, which is the ward collection result and the LGA collection result, the EO and the returning officer were intercepted, and violently those results were taken away from them. But if you check, the presidential election results were announced because INEC had to revert back to the Form EC 8A, which is the polling unit result sheets, to make the return for the presidential election. We are now asking, when you check the margin of lead between our party candidate, Honorable Gonda Ozuribo, and the Labour Party or PDP or APC candidate, you will realize that he is leading with over 10,000 votes. But if you check the areas where elections did not hold, there the total number of PVCs collected far less than 8,000. So why would you declare somebody winner in that circumstance? So they're saying that we should go to court or wait for the process to end so that we go to court. Go to court has become synonymous with impunity in Nigeria. When somebody says go to court, it means that do your worst. So what we are saying is that the process has not been completed, that INEC should, after 43 days of the Federal House of Representatives election, please declare the result for Isu, Nkwere, Njaba, and Wangele federal constituency, which was won by our party.
All right, Mr. Collins Opurozor of Imo State, the Imo State PDP Publicity Secretary, thank you so much for your time and your insight on this topic, and we do hope that you are able to find a speedy resolution to the current impasse in the state. Thank you.